This is Alpha Ninja Warrior. Over the next few weeks, we're going to see the top 150 competitors in all of the lands try out our new 4-stage course. I am your host, Alpha VR 370, and I am ecstatic for this season of Alpha Ninja Warrior. Instead of doing the original qualifiers, semifinals, bootcamp, then grand finals, we shortened it to only the grand finals so all of the competitors could have a chance to win it all. The rules are simple. There are 4 stages, and to get to one, you have to clear the one before it. And if you fall at any point, you are eliminated. Today, we're going to see the first 50 of the 150 competitors compete, including returning people like James Moha and Ninja Noah 631, trying to get his revenge on the spin bridge after failing it 2 seasons in a row. But we also have some newcomers, including Milksto is back, who is a YouTuber from back in the day who is returning to Roblox Ninja Warrior. And we also have Jamie Dorino, a very well-known competitor in the Roblox Ninja Warrior community. Before we get started, let's see what the obstacles are. Stage 1 is a challenge of speed and skill, as you have to go through 8 obstacles to reach the end. The first obstacle is momentum control. First, you have to manage your jumps across 3 slippery pillars, and then you gotta make it over to the tires with a sideways wraparound across a big piece of glass. The second obstacle is the spin cycle. First, you have to land and swing on the vertical spinning ring and make it over to the second spinning ring, which has a horizontal spin. Then you gotta time your jump to the dismount. The third obstacle is back and forth. First, you gotta swing on the first bar that has a forward push. Then you gotta swing on the second bar, which has a backwards push. The fourth obstacle has been in every season of Alpha Ninja Warrior so far. This is the jumping spider. The trickiest part about this is running up on the trampoline and getting a jump that is high enough, far enough, where you can wedge yourself in between the 2 narrow walls. After that, you gotta maneuver across the ledges until you get to the dismount. Now the fifth obstacle is another new one. It's the pillar circle. First, you gotta go across 3 falling pillars that fall at random times. The second part of this obstacle is getting on a little plank where you have to rotate and orbit to the other side where the dismount is. The sixth obstacle is the warped wall. It's nothing new. You gotta run up the concave wall and grab the bar and pull yourself up. The seventh obstacle is the spinning bridge, but this season it has an alternation of balls and coins, but the last coin has an opening hole in the middle of it. Now the final obstacle of stage 1 is the lumberjack climb. You must swing onto the rope to the landing pad, then you must go across 3 sets of lumberjack climbs, where the second will shift from left to right. Once you get up this obstacle, then you will be able to hit the buzzer. If you complete every single obstacle on stage 1 with time remaining and you hit the buzzer, then you move on to stage 2. Otherwise, you're going home. First up on the course is Robloxian 7206099. I believe he's new to Roblox Ninja Warrior. He's definitely new to Alpha Ninja Warrior, so let's just see how he does. So far, he has not started, even though the countdown has gone off. But remember, your time does not start until you actually get on the course, so it's alright. But now we're started, and it looks like he just jumped too soon on the second pillar on the momentum control, and he is down in the water, but maybe we'll see him next season. Next up is Jake Jr. 1614 wearing the Doge outfit. We've seen it every season. Will he be able to rough to the buzzer? That's the question. I don't think he's ever competed in a Ninja Warrior comp himself either. Definitely not Alpha Ninja Warrior. So let's see if he does well He's off on the course and he's going, and he does the same thing as Robloxian. He just jumps too early on that second pillar and it's taken out the first two competitors so far. Next up is Stop Rejecting Me, Please. I mean, we didn't reject him onto this course. Let's see if the course will reject him or not. He's wearing a bacon hair. Is the most common Roblox outfit, but another unknown competitor. He could be a rising star though. He's the first one through the pillars, but he still has to get around this wall, and he has done it. He's the first person onto the spin cycle. This requires a lot of momentum and control, and he goes down. He just didn't get a far enough swing to make it, and so far it only looks like the only thing rejecting him today is the spin cycle. Next up is MOKKA 2590. Once again, a newbie to Alpha Ninja Warrior. She has a pretty basic avatar, but except looks like a halo ring on her head and some wings on her back. And it looks like she had a pretty slow start, but it didn't matter. She couldn't get the jump off of the first pillar of the momentum control, and her wings will fly her straight to the sidelines. Next up, trying his luck, is the Ninja Logan 1014. He has the common meme on his back. I don't know what it's called, but I've definitely seen the meme before, and I'm pretty sure he's really excited to run. He's competed in a lot of the practice competitions. Don't really know him for doing exceptionally well, but that could all change today. And we're about to get this started. Nice start. He's on the momentum control. So far, very nice control. Blazed through that with no hesitation. Now he's onto the spin cycle. Taking him a few swings to get that force and momentum, but he's getting it. And he goes for it and barely falls short of that second ring. I thought he had it, but all he has is a nice drink of the pool. Next up is Kawaji 6, and look at that. They're wearing the Alpha Ninja Warrior merch. You can go get some for yourself. It's only 5 Robux. The group link is in the description. But wow, that's actually really cool. First person this season. You see on the back, are you ready for the challenge? Is he up for the challenge? Nice. Taking a little bit of time, but not bad. Now Kawaji's on to the spin cycle. So far, no one has gotten to the second ring yet. Will Kawaji be the first? And that is a no. And it looks like he is up for the challenge, but he cannot handle the challenge as this course is very difficult. Now next up is Waffler LT12. Personally, I love waffles. I'm assuming this guy does too, but he has some drippy Adidas shoes. I can't tell what type of vest that is. Maybe Versace, but I don't know my clothing line, so you can't ask me that question. But he's on to the momentum control, and it looks like he just second guessed himself. He was about ahead for the second pillar, but he decided to go back for some reason, and he says he doesn't even know what happened. Let me tell you, you're out. Next up is Roblox Awesome 90. He told me before he ran that he was very excited to compete, and I can kind of tell actually. He has a big smile on his face. Looks like he's been waiting forward to this competition for a while. To be fair, when 5,000 Robux are on the line, I bet people get pretty excited. He has fans in the background dancing for him, and he's ready to go. He's on to the momentum control. He almost lost all the momentum, but now he's on the tire, and when he got off of the first tire, he was just too low to get to the second. And looks like he's trying to continue the course, but it doesn't matter. He was already eliminated. Coming up!
But Season 3 is gonna be my only hope to get my redemption after falling in Season 1 and 2.
Does the John Ninja have what it takes to get past the first stage? And later tonight, the YouTuber Mixeltoe is back, is returning to RNW after a few-year hiatus. How will he do after this on Alpha Ninja Warrior? While we were away, 7 more people took on Stage 1. And every single competitor failed on the first obstacle. So far, 15 competitors have run, but none of them have even made it past the second obstacle. Let's see if our next competitor, the John Ninja, can do it. He did compete on Alpha Ninja Warrior Seasons 1 and 2 as Nader5682, and he didn't do that great, but this season, he's looking for way more.
Hey guys, as you know, it's me, John, right? Basically, in Season 1, I literally failed 1.1. And in Season 2, I'm getting my redemption because I cleared 1.1, but then I shockingly fell 1.2. But Season 3 is gonna be my only hope to get my redemption after falling in Season 1 and 2. And I'll try to get Mount Midoriyama and be the first champion. In order to do that, I have to keep up with my balance as I'm doing on Stage 1 with the 5th obstacle. And this obstacle could be pretty tricky because you have to balance. The last thing I would like to say is a good luck and just get out there and have fun, and hopefully you guys do as good as me and try to get redemption like from last season. In Alpha, I hope you see my competitor profile, and I took 5 hours to do this. Thank you.
Well, I think he would be happy to know that we did take his competitor profile, and now he's on to the course. Like what he said, he's trying to do better this season, so maybe he can make the improvement. And look at that, right through momentum control. Now he's on to the spin cycle. No one has beaten this obstacle today. Will he be the first? He's on to the second, now the dismount, and he got it. He's the first one onto back and forth. Remember, this first swing has a forward push, then the second one has a backwards push, so you need to know the technique. And he got the first one. Now he's on to the second one, taking a little bit of time to get a swing. And he's having a little bit of trouble. He just cannot get the right amount of momentum. Every time he builds up momentum, he instantly kills it. With under a minute on the clock, he is running out of time fast. Is he going for the dismount? No, I think he changed his mind. But he is struggling on this swing right here. He cannot figure out how to make it move. What is he going to do? He's going for it, and he's down. It looks like John just didn't have enough swing to make it to the dismount, and we'll see him next year, but he did do better than Season 1 and 2. Next up on the course is Ninja Boy 4000. He's wearing my official merch that you can buy from the Alpha VR 370 fan club. That link is also in the description. And he also competed on both seasons of Alpha Ninja Warrior previously. But last season, he did fail the first obstacle. So I'm pretty sure he's looking to redeem himself from that. So let's see if he'll be able to today. Remember, only one person has even gotten to the third obstacle. I think that shows how difficult this first stage will be for our competitors. Took a little bit to start, but he's off. Yes, that's what you have to do. You have to use the momentum from the tires to get the distance. Now he's on to the spin cycle. getting a good swing. And he's down. He jumped on the spin cycle when it was up in the air, so he got more height than distance. But hopefully we'll see him next season. Next up is Dylan203. He is actually a rookie to Alpha Ninja Warrior, so we don't know how he'll do. I don't think he's actually ever competed in a Ninja Warrior competition before either, so that's going to be interesting to watch. It's about to get started, and he's off. Now he's on the pillars. He lost all the momentum. When he grabbed the second one, he killed all of his speed. So it was nearly impossible to try to get to the third pillar. Next up is a competitor returning to RNW after a few years. It is Mistletoe is back. It's in his name. A couple years ago, he used to own his own competition. I'm pretty sure it was called Mistletoe Ninja Warrior. I might even be pronouncing his name incorrectly, but to be honest, I have no idea how you pronounce it. But all I know is that he is here to compete. He's been gone for a few years. Let's see if there's any rust left. But he made it through the pillars. Now the tires, you see, he's gained some good speed. And he got it with ease, and now he's onto the spin cycle. Okay, he's getting huge fast pushes, and it works. He's on to back and forth. Oh, he's not resetting the obstacle. What is he doing? This is going to make the swing a lot harder. And it looks like if he had reset the obstacle, and it looks like he knows. He is not happy. He left in disappointment. Maybe next season, buddy. Next up is Brando4433. He's also competed on both seasons of Alpha Ninja Warrior. Let's see how he does today. He looks visibly terrified, and he also told me before he ran that he was pretty scared of this competition. But he still wants to do well. Well, I wouldn't say scared, but he was definitely nervous. He did not want to fall early on this course. Let's see if he will fall early. We've seen a lot of people fall in momentum control, but it won't be him. He's onto the spin cycle. So far, huge swings, and he got it. Now the dismount, and he got that too. It's on the back and forth. So far, we have not seen a person pass this today. He's taking his time to get a good swing, and now he's onto the backward swing. He's getting a lot of momentum. That's good, and he got it. And now he's onto the jumping spider, and he got the mount. It's probably the trickiest part of this obstacle. Now he's moving through the ledges. Now the slippery ledge, and he's jumping, and he killed all of his momentum. I feel like if he just went for the dismount, he would have gotten it. But it looks like he's trying to keep running, but it does not matter. He already failed on the jumping spider. Next up is Void_1X. Also a rookie to Alpha Ninja Warrior. Pretty nice zebra looking hat though. I think it's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know how this person will do. Never seen him compete on anything. But I'm pretty sure they're happy to be here. I need that zebra hat though. I need one for myself. You know where I can find that. But anyways, they're on the momentum control. And Void got it with ease, and now Void is onto the spin cycle. Having a little bit of trouble, almost lost it, but saved it. Man, you talk about close. But now Void barely makes it to the back and forth. Man, I'm pretty sure he does not want to trip up like that, but Void just got too much fling, and Void is trying to try again, but it does not matter. Now next up is Anthony Davis 387. The question is he good at Ninja Warrior, and will he get injured on the course? Now that's just a joke, but it looks like this guy is a basketball fan, maybe, perhaps, but let's see if that will come into play for Ninja Warrior. He's jumping for joy. I can tell that he's pretty excited to compete. I mean, if 5,000 Robux were on the line for you, would you compete? Probably. And he wants to get an early start to this course. How ambitious. And he's just blazing through the momentum control. But how will he do on the spin cycle? He's having a hard time getting momentum and a push. And he just falls off of the obstacle, and it looks like Anthony Davis will have to exit in a wheelchair. Now next up is OKKO Time to Win. Now the question is it time to win? And will he win? Out of all 150 competitors, he is the only person whose username starts with the letter O. The only one. So if your username or name starts with the letter O, you better be rooting for this guy. He also has a YouTube channel called K-Mask, which seems pretty cool. I have a YouTube channel, that's cool. Oh, he's waving to the audience. Let's go. He's about to get this started. He said it's time to win, so let's see him win. But first, if he wants to win, he has to get past stage 1. Nice. Now he's on to the spin cycle. Okay. Taking a little bit of time. You got to remember, this is a time course, and he barely has a push at all, and he just went for it. And it looks like this YouTuber just got deleted. Coming up!
I'm nervous about every single obstacle because I know I can beat them and I know I can follow them.
Wubsy AUTTP takes his shot at the course. And later in the episode, James MOKKA tries to get his redemption on the competition. Will he be able to complete the first stage? Find out after this on Alpha Ninja Warrior. While we were away, best friends Disclive Cool Kid and Ashlyn Zach took on the course. Disclive is a returning competitor, but Ashlyn is a rookie. Disclive failed the spin cycle, while Ashlyn Zach failed momentum control. Navy Sheep also tried the course, but he couldn't get past the momentum control either. The Mad Dasher 52 did get past the momentum control, but he could not get past back and forth. Ultra E31 could not get past the momentum control. And finally, Eisenberg and the returning competitor DoogieFan14 both failed at the spin cycle. Next up is a competitor who had to come a long way for this competition. This is AKK Clutch, and he is from the state of Alaska. He actually has a YouTube channel where he does at IRL Ninja Warrior obstacles. One day he wants to compete in Ninja Warrior competitions and compete on American Ninja Warrior. So let's see if he can do that. He's telling the crowd, let's do this. And he's on to the momentum control. Very nice. He is actually going at a pretty quick pace, going to the spin cycle. We've seen so many people fall on this obstacle. It's taking him a long time to get a push. He's taking a lot of swings, but it looks like it's worth it. And now he's on the back and forth. Oh, and it looks like he just slips off of the swing. I don't really know what happened there, but at least he has more time for his real life training. That is true though, he did better than last season. Now up on the course is Sparky Games. He is actually a rookie to Alpha Ninja Warrior himself, but he's wearing his baseball cap backwards, and it looks like he is lightning. He has lightning sunglasses, and he has a lightning bolt shirt. So let's see if he can bolt his way through stage 1. You gotta remember, stage 1 is all about speed. So going as fast as you can without rushing is crucial. But he's dancing. He's ready to have some fun on the course. So far, very nice through momentum control. Let's see how he does on spin cycle. Okay, he's getting some big swings. Nice. And he's on to back and forth. We just saw AKK Clutch 11 fall on this obstacle. Even if you're a returning competitor, the course is still just as difficult. But Sparky is flying on these swings. Can he get it? He's taking a lot of swings, but it's worth it. He's the second person on Jumping Spider today. See, he's on the ledges. Oh, and it looks like he didn't line himself up to go on the other wall. And that is going to cost him his season. But for a rookie, that is not a bad run at all. Walking onto the course is K-Fly 100. He's actually competed on a lot of competitions in the Roblox Ninja Warrior community. He's kind of a controversial figure, but whether you like him or not, he's here today, and let's just see how he does. I don't think he's competed on Alpha Ninja Warrior. Not yet. So if he hasn't, today's his debut run. And he's off. The timer started. He's on momentum control. He's going through this. Oh man, very nice. Very fast approach, and he went right into the spin cycle. No hesitation at all. Oh, I didn't think he was going to get that, but he did. And now he's on to back and forth. So far going very fast through the course. That is a smart approach. As long as you don't make a tiny mess up and fail the entire course, you're fine. Because that's the one risk with going fast. Oh, he's tripping up a little. But it looks like he's getting it back. But yeah, the one thing with going fast is making a tiny slip up and you are done. But right now he's on to the jumping spider. So far no one has beaten it. And he's the first person onto the pillar circle with less than a minute left on the clock. He has to go a little bit fast. Now the board, you have to time the rotation, and he could not do that. He was partially blocked by the wall, barely fails. Next up is Wubsy AUTTP, and he's saying Cincinnati Cheetah for the win because that is his National Ninja League team on Roblox. And he is excited to be here today, and he's here to prove to you why he can beat it all. Right now, Wubsy, okay, he's going a bit slow. He's lining up his jump every time, but he's also pretty low, and Wubsy gets into the water. They both failed on quintuple steps again. Let's see if Wubsy can make it past. He's holding so he can do well, and he fails too early. Our first competitor to get here, he's doing not too bad, but he's on the outer part of the ring, which will disqualify him. Low on the steps, so he made it, and he overcame the quintuple steps this season. Now he's onto the propeller swing, but he
Hello there fellas, my name is Wubsy AUTTP here, and this is my competitor profile for Alpha Ninja Warrior Season 3. I got pretty excited that I moved on to semi-finals in Season 1 and Season 2. Okay, better at these two. And I got better at both qualifiers and semi-finals, getting 8th in qualifiers and unknown in semi-finals. I'm nervous about every single obstacle because I know I can beat them and I know I can fail it. And yes, the one wall is going to be tough for me. If I can beat the 3rd obstacle, I can either fail the 5th obstacle or the 6th obstacle. But we just have to wait and see. Anyways, about outside of Roblox, I do some halo jumping with some of my friends. And yeah, that's my competitor profile. See you all in Alpha Ninja Warrior Season 3.
Yes, back in Season 1, he was one of 3 people to fail the first obstacle, the quintuple steps, and still qualify to semifinals. However, all 3 of them failed the quintuple steps again. Pretty sure Wubsy does not want to fail the first obstacle, and he doesn't. And he said, he wants to, improve this season. And so far, I really want to see him improve. And I mean, so far, this is the best he's done. He's on the 3rd obstacle right now. So right now, let's just see how far he can get. We haven't seen many people pass back and forth today. But he's onto the backwards push. A couple of practice competitions ago, he had a real hard time with this obstacle. But oh no, he killed all of his momentum. He could have dismounted. He's taking way too many swings, but he got out of it. Now he's onto the jumping spider. We've only seen one person get past this today, and that was K-Fly, who just ran. And Wubsy is going to join him. But the pillar circle is all about technique and precision. Remember, you must perfect the rotation, otherwise you will not be able to access the dismount. Looks like he's spinning in circles. This is worst case scenario, and he tried to go for the dismount. I feel like if he had waited just a little bit longer, he could have gotten it, but he was too impatient, and he falls down at the pillar circle. Next up is SuperCat 5041, and I don't think they've competed in many ninja competitions, but they have definitely been in some of the practice competitions of mine, and on one of them, SuperCat did really well, making it all the way to stage 2. So if anyone so far were to able to clear this first stage, it would be SuperCat. And here we go. SuperCat is on to the momentum control. Okay, yep, not taking too much time there. Now onto the spin cycle. Remember, you really have to be careful with every obstacle because you can trip up in some way or another. But SuperCat is already on to back and forth. So far, really good technique on the obstacles. SuperCat is just taking their time, which is probably the best approach as long as you don't take too much time, because you still have to remember there is a clock waiting to hit 0. But right now, SuperCat is onto the jumping spider. Okay, very nice. Taking a little bit of time. At one point or another, though, you just have to keep on moving because you gotta remember this stage is not over until you hit the buzzer. And after this obstacle, the pillar circles, if SuperCat makes it, he still has 3 more obstacles. Oh, a little bit. Okay, now it's twisted the wrong way. Has to fix it. And SuperCat got it. And now SuperCat is the first person onto the warped wall, but he has less than 30 seconds. And they got it. Now SuperCat is onto the spin bridge. And SuperCat got that. Now he's onto the last obstacle and he falls. Doesn't even make an attempt to jump to the rope. He must have made a mistake and that must hurt. But right now SuperCat is laughing in the air. But right there, super close to the buzzer. So far, still no clears, but Mr. Sunnyside Splash is looking to turn that around. He's competed in a lot of Ninja Warrior competitions, including Robloxian Sasuke, which is one hosted by Jamie Dorino, who we will see later this episode, actually. But right now, it is Sunny's turn. We just saw SuperCat 5041 go out on the last obstacle. That has to be in Sunny's mind. He must be motivated to get to the end. Okay, he's lagging a little bit. He's actually lagging quite a bit. But he's onto the spin cycle. He's not letting the lag stop him. And he got it. Now he's on to back and forth. Going a little bit slower than I would hope for. You gotta remember, there is a clock. This is not qualifiers where you can go as slow as you want, but as long as you clear, you're fine. You must clear the stage in 1 minute and 50 seconds. And he's almost down to 60 seconds left, but he's on to the jumping spider. Oh, okay, nice transition. But if I were him, I'd pick up the pace a little bit. He still has 4 more obstacles to go, starting with the pillar circle. We know how tough this obstacle is. You must be precise with the rotation. Has less than 40 seconds left. He has to go now. Oh, a little bit stuck, but he got it. Now he's onto the warped wall. Oh, he almost... Okay, there you go. He activated the warped wall with less than 30 seconds left. He cannot make a mistake, and he messes up. That is going to cost him. I'm not even sure if he can clear at this point, but he can try, and he messes up again, and that is definitely going to be it. Let's just see how far he can get. The sirens are going off. He has less than 10 seconds to go. Let's see how far he can get. He's onto the spin bridge. And it looks like he is out of time. He has run out of time on the spin bridge. Just short of making it to the buzzer. This is what I'm saying. You have to be careful of the time that you have left because it is not infinite. Next up is that person. He is new to Alpha Ninja Warrior, but right now he's just dancing at the start line. He's just trying to get himself warmed up for the course. I like that. Sometimes you don't need to go out worrying about if you fail or not. Sometimes you just need to have fun and enjoy yourself on the course. I really like this guy's mindset. He has the spike tear. I think that looks pretty cool. And now he's off on the course. Momentum control, okay. Not bad. Nice. And now he's on to the spin cycle. Okay, not too many swings. Remember, we just saw Mr. Sunnyside Splash timeout. I think that was a good eye-opener for not taking too much time. You know, you don't want to rush, but you can't just sit there and, you know, try to take as much time as you need. But right now, he's actually on pretty good time. And he nails the dismount, actually. Pretty nice. But yeah, like I said, he's actually way ahead of Mr. Sunnyside Splash's pace. So that's pretty good. Even though Mr. Sunnyside Splash, you know, took a lot of tries at the warped wall, he was still kind of going slow. So ultimately that led up to his demise. But that person so far, not having too much trouble, very nice. Now he's onto the warped wall. If he can get this in one attempt, in which he does, as long as he can just finish these last 2 obstacles with a decent pace, he'll be doing all right. And that is it right there. He's on to the last obstacle, the lumberjack climb. Remember, this second set moves left and right, so you have to aim your jump. Oh, he fell! He almost fell into the water, but he saved it, and he is the first clear of stage 1, and that person will be moving on to stage 2 in a few weeks. Congratulations! With a lot of time left, the 2 a.m. practice paid off. Good job. He is moving on to stage 2. Coming up, can Norwegian get his redemption on the warped wall from season 1? And can Ninja Noah 631 finally beat the spin bridge after 2 seasons of failing it? Find out in just a bit on Alpha Ninja Warrior. Just before the break, that person was the first competitor to clear stage 1. His run inspired the runners after him. including B-Play77YT, who went out on back and forth. King Q1356 followed in his footsteps. Coolie Kid Will 2 did not fail back and forth, but instead he went out on the jumping spider. Lacking Links had no luck with the momentum control. Medesa made it all the way to the warped wall, but did not activate it, and when he got up, he simply hopped over it, and he was disqualified. Epic Oliver 318 could not figure out the secret to the spin cycle, and then Taya and Mumodin could not pass the momentum control. We are now down to the last 5 runners, and the first one is James MOKKA. He competed in Season 1 and then failed the first obstacle, but then in Season 2, James MOKKA made it all the way to boot camp, getting 14th place out of a field of 125 competitors. That right there is nothing short of greatness, going from the first obstacle to getting 14th overall. Now let's see how James MOKKA can do on this season of Alpha Ninja Warrior with just the 4 stages. We know James MOKKA is a worthy competitor, so I'm hoping he does not fall too early, but right now he's on the back and forth. We've seen a lot of people fall on this obstacle today. So far, nice control, getting a lot of swing without using too many swings. Is actually going on a really decent pace onto the jumping spider. And very nice. Now, James MOKKA is onto the pillar circle. Remember, it's all about control. And he got it! Now he's onto the warped wall. How will he do here? Nice, got it without a problem. And now it's the spin bridge. And there you go. Oh, and he's down! He's second. He tried to land on the other side of the coin, but it flipped on him. And the only thing he was landing in was the water. Next up is Jamie Dorino, and she is very well known in the RNW community, but this is her first time on Alpha Ninja Warrior. She is the host of Robloxian Sasuke, and personally, I have not done well in those competitions, but maybe Jamie Dorino can do well in here. So far, we've had 1 clear. Maybe we can get some more today. But even if we don't, we still have 100 of the best competitors in Roblox Ninja Warrior to go in the next 2 weeks. So stay tuned, because there are more competitors and more known faces. But right now, Jamie Dorino is on the spin cycle. Very nice. And now Jamie is on back and forth. Okay, not too many swings. That's good. That's good. You don't want to waste too much time. And now she is on to the jumping spider with a good amount of time on the clock. That's very important. Okay, testing it. Testing the ledge, which is sometimes not the smartest idea if you lose your momentum, but it worked for her. Now the pillar circle. Okay, having a little bit of trouble trying to get it to move. But it looks like she got it. And now she's on to the warped wall. She got up in 1 attempt, and now she's onto the spinning bridge. She's taking a moment. I'm pretty sure this was the obstacle that she thought she was going to fail. But she didn't fail it. And now she's on to the lumberjack climb with 20 seconds to go. Alright, she's going up. Now make the slide and the transition. Having a little bit of trouble. But with less than 10 seconds to go, she has to go, and she got it. With 6 seconds left on the clock, Jamie Gerudo is moving on to stage 2. How did I manage? Well, all I'm gonna say is you're going to stage 2. Congratulations. Next up is Norwegian, and he's competed on both seasons of Alpha Ninja Warrior so far. And he's actually had a pretty good track record. In the first season, he was on stage 1 of Grand Finals, and he went out on the warped wall. He timed out. And then on season 2, he tried to get his revenge, but he was eliminated on the last day of boot camp. So yeah, that was his worst result, like 12th or 11th place. So that is not bad at all. So let's see if he can outdo that today. And it's taking him a little bit to start, but he got it. And now he's on the course now. And you can see he is wearing a Houston Iron Ninja shirt from Roblox Ninja League. He says this run goes out to Fragile's Agile and the rest of the Houston Iron Ninjas. By the way, Fragile is Agile will be running later in the competition. But right now, Nor is on back and forth. So far, really nice with the amount of swings and the momentum he's getting. Nice. Now he's on to the jumping spider. He still has a lot of time left. He is blazing through stage 1 right now. If he keeps this pace up, he will definitely clear with the fast time. So far, Pillar Circle's not giving him any trouble. And he's going through that obstacle quickly. Now he's onto the warped wall with still 50 seconds to go. And nice, now he's onto the spin bridge. 45 seconds, that is so much time he has. He is blazing through stage 1. Now he's on to Lumberjack Climb, and he gets caught up by the rope! He was blazing through this. I think he just rushed the rope a little bit, but that was an incredible performance. Now, our second to last runner is Clave 45379. He actually competed last season on Alpha Ninja Warrior. So let's see. Oh, looks like he's dancing right now. He's having a good time. Let's go. He's happy to be here. Yeah, keep dancing, keep dancing. You want to dance now because stage 1 will give you torture. So yeah, save that positive energy, buddy. See how he does. And here we go. And he is off on stage 1. Hopefully, hopefully he can take those dance moves to the buzzer. He's onto the spin cycle. Okay, it's taking him a few swings. Oh, but he got it, barely. But he's still on to back and forth. He's using a lot of swings. But he's getting through, though. Is he going for it? No, he's taking another swing. Okay. So, now he's onto the jumping spider. He's going kind of slow. Alright, nice. Now he's onto the pillar circle with about 55. And he makes it. 45 seconds to go. He's on the warped wall. He has to pick up the pace a little bit. And he misses. That is not going to be good. Clay must make it up on this attempt. And he does. It's gonna be close. He has 26 seconds left on the spin bridge. It's gonna be close. Oh my goodness. He's taking a lot of time. He's on to Lumberjack Climb. Will he get it? He's taking swings. This is not good. 13 seconds. And there's the buzzers. He has to go. Go! Go, Clay! Go! And he got it! With 4 seconds left, he finishes. Barely, but he got it. Oh my goodness. Clay. Almost by the skin of his teeth, he is moving on to stage 2. Oh my goodness. And now the final runner of today is Ninja Noah 631. Remember, in both Season 1 and Season 2, he made it to the Grand Finals, but failed on the spin bridge.
Next up on the course is Ninja Noah 631.
In audio.
Anyways, and how much you guys know I'm amazing at spin bridge. Anyways, I know you all know how much I love the spin bridge and how amazing I am at this obstacle. But it's not just that.
Did you know?
As you can see, I'm mid at balance in general. Anyways, as you guys can all see, this was the end of my competitor profile. I hope you enjoyed my epic montages on spin bridge and all of my amazing things I did. The end. See ya.
So he is looking to redeem himself on the spin bridge this season. He told me backstage that's all he wants. He just wants to beat the spin bridge. Like, I don't blame him. When you've been failing an obstacle for a year now, it must get you. But first, if he wants to beat the spin bridge, he must get to the spin bridge. And he has 6 obstacles before the spin bridge to beat. One of them being the spin cycle, which he is on right now. Very nice movement. And now he's on to back and forth. A lot of these obstacles are on stage 1 are all about control and precision. So if you are good with that, you should be good on this stage. Well, and speed of course. But Ninja Noah's onto the jumping spider. He's getting closer to the spin bridge. Nice, now the pillar circle. Alright, he's spinning out. Oh no, he's stuck. This is not good. Ninja Noah 631 is stuck, but he recovered, and now he's onto the warped wall. Nice, and now this is his enemy, the spin bridge. Will he get it? He's taking his time. Couple more. And he got it! He's on the lumberjack climb. Will he clear? And he falls short of the pad. He just didn't swing far enough to make it onto the pad. And he is out at the very beginning of the lumberjack climb. Will not be advancing to stage 2. But he did beat the spin bridge. Here are the results. So far, we've had 3 clears, and that person was the fastest clear with 15.03 seconds left. Jamie Dorino comes next with 6.12 seconds. And in last right now is Clay 45379 with 4.16 seconds left. This order does matter because this decides their order for stage 2. We will go from the slowest clear and then work our way up to the fastest clear. Stay tuned next week on Alpha Ninja Warrior, where we see competitors including Blue Tide's Roblox, Not Bana, Fragile is Agile, and Jan Ninja Dude.